and Yitka, Crown Prince and Crown Princess of the West. Patrick and Sarah, Prince and Princess of the Mists. And Ragnar and Brynhild, Prince and Princess of Sanagua.
Please, you have our lease. Thank you very much.
Your Majesty, your constable has some business. Your Majesty, I am saddened to say that a great number of people have not checked in a gate. Would you like me to read your names?
No. Hey guys, look. We're not going to play the shame game. We know if you haven't registered, and you probably meant to, and you just got on site, you got excited. I know I almost went skipping by myself, but I stood out and it said Uther. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to behave myself. So I would ask, if you signed in, go find somebody who hasn't. Help me out. Help Her Majesty out. It's just with tracing with the board of directors. Part of the reason why we kept the event small is for everybody's safety. We've got to follow these protocols, not to be in the rears with the board of directors. If there's ever a rule I know is king, never mess with the bot. They make no good decisions that are friendly. Ever. So, please help me out. Go find somebody, talk around, ask people around camp. Don't let my voice here be the only time it's brought up. Ask around your camp in the nicest, gentlest way. Please help her up. She's amazing. She's doing a yeoman's work for there. But let's be supportive of our officers that brought this to us, okay? Can I get everyone's help with that?
Yes, Your
Thank you so much.
In the reign of King Hagen, Ruth, his queen, determined to find means to honor those in the kingdom who had been exceptional in gracious behavior. As was the custom in those days, it was not within her power to grant awards of arms, for that was the prerogative of her lord the king. Therefore did she, as a sign of the favor of the queen, establish the Queen's Order of Grace. And the sign of the order is a pendant in the form of a crowned rose with a pearl pendant from it. And it is given by the Queen to those who she finds thoughtful of all in the kingdom, defined in carriage, and gracious in spirit and in thought. Therefore does Her Majesty call before her this day Cynhilda Lelibrari of the Queen's Order of Grace.
They're going to get here. We might have to read this again.
Your Majesty, she decided to make an ice fountain for all of us because all the camps were out of the ice.
You all know nothing. This did not occur. Next.
Next. Did you want to announce how we're going to do this, Your Majesty? Or would you want us to announce that?
So we have a special award that was made. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The Crowns of the Known World kind of came together during COVID, and we created an award, or we created a token, a medallion, that each of the kingdoms received a number of, and they're all on a ribbon of a color that represents the kingdom. Ours is green. And these were a special award going out to those people that kept our society going and kept our kingdoms going. They stepped up and they hosted online events, they hosted online social hours, they taught classes, they did so much to keep our community going, and we wanted to recognize them all. And the West Kingdom, I am so proud of you all. We led the way when it came to virtual content. We had multiple people from multiple kingdoms reach out and talk to us about the fact that our events, we had people all over the known world attending our events, teaching classes at our events, watching our courts. And so we have a very long list of names that we are going to read. And if your name is read, we are going to ask that you just stand up and stand in place, so that at the end of the list, everyone can look around and see how many people in our kingdom stepped up during one of the most difficult times in the memory of our kingdom. And then once it is read at the end of court, the ladies of the Rose, the members of the Order of the Rose, will be in the sunshade gallery over that direction that says welcome, and they will be handing out the tokens to each of you. They have been gracious enough to step forward and assist us with this task. So please read the names.
Through these current times of plague and uncertainty, the mighty branches of the Western Oak support and sustain our kingdom and society. Your actions in the face of adversity have been a ray of light in the darkness and a reminder that the dream is still alive. For the service you have provided, we, Uther and Vera, King and Queen of the West, proclaim you recipients of the member of the Order Gratia Coronae. Let this token from the hands of our Order of the Rose be a symbol to all of this station and the high esteem we hold you in. Asa, Torvald's daughter, Aenor de Pesek, Agnes Berengaria di Girona, Evelyn Ingen O'Reilly, Alessandra de Montegioni,
Alistair of Avalon, Alison de La Fontaine, Angus Duncan Cameron, Antonio di Giordano de Sicilia, Antonio di Sforza,
Apollonia Faust, Ashlyn Ingen Gallagher, Ethelena de Odenfield, Bara Magda, Bartholomew Illyria,
Belladonna de Sorci, Bjorn Yorsfar of Bearhaven, Bridget Nishaughnessy, Bridget the Chaste, Brian von Bellatrix,
Carrick McBrien, Campestra of Wintersgate, Chase Kitcheson, Chiara Francesca Ariana de Onofiori, Chiaretta de Fiori,
Crystal Leek, Christina O'Ryan, Kiana de Libri, Kieran McEltain, Cipriana Lofensdottir,
Claire Elena de Montfort, Constanzia Morales y de Zamora, Christiane Regan McNabb, Cynthia Ann of Silver Lakes, Cynthia Fairfax,
Dianora Di Salini, Dimitri Callista Sin, Domir Vlatko Sin, Dr. Henry Best, Dustin Thorne,
Elsbeth Cameron, Elsa Hrungvolt, Federico Maragoni, Finna McGregor, Finna Carter Gorman's daughter,
Fianula of Sanagua, Francisco de Salamanca, Frederick of Holland, Gavin Connell of Greenlaw, Ghislaine Duxer,
Ginevra Maddalena di Tommaso Volpe, Goran of Black Company, Grimmer Corning, Gwyn Quith Aplear, Gwendwyn the Silent,
Hannah the Storyteller, Heinrich von Melk, Helga Skaldmer, Hilary the Puppeteer, Hosokawa Sora,
Isabella de Calais, Isabetta Orsini, James Christoph, Jocelyn Dorleans, Joel the Brewer,
Jolicia at Northcliffe, Jonkir Hugo Van Harlow, Juana Isabella de Montoya y Ramirez, Juliana de Luna, Justina Di Silvestri,
Kaja of Croston, Kalista Kulinova, Carius Hutzelman, Kat Janier, Katerina Yarbrough, Katrina Yarbrough,
Keen DeLacy, Kelsey Aylesworth, Kevin Octavi Tiktovich Vorovnikov, Kinhid Le Librari, Kita Riffer, Lavinia Reti,
Margarita Caterina de Calvi, Marguerite Garrett, Margaret Astrid Raven, Massina di Ferrara, Maimuna bint Daoud al-Silkilia,
Mish White, Mallory Gifford, Mercy Grimm, Merwin of Instalrith, Min So Yun,
Minamoto Shintaro Mashagi, Moira O'Connor, Moira of Kent, Murin Egan Braun, Nisa Karahisari,
Perrin Lofenson, Praxilla Torina, Reinhold Haldane, Raven Main, Rebecca De Ferenzi,
Rhiannon Boyle, Reese ap Winbaird, Rivka of Sushan, Roswitha Wolf's daughter, Rudaba al Nadia,
Ruprecht Keller, Sabrina Delabert, Saruka Hutun bint Lazari, Sky Ingan Kenny, Seamus the Shameless,
Severin Schroeder, Shimon Levi Ben Yitzhak Hakonen, Shintaro Mashigi Minamoto, Sigrither Sigadaughter, Shanae Ingen Fergus,
Siobhan Nishay, Sylvie Le Chardonnay, Talok Kerr Erinhold, Tanaka Katamari Dono, Tanguastel Telenores, Tatiana Verlioni,
Edith of Swansdale, Edmund of Surrey, Edric Winterbourne, Edward Le Couvert, Alice de Roybert O'Byrne, Elena Hilton, Elith de Salazar, Alishka Zilavi, Elizabeth Allen,
Leah Radolph of Padgham, Lynette Hatfield, Ilidor de Bedgrain, Loden Viking, Lucia de Moranza, Leonette de Coveringham, Maeve of Rivenoak, Magdalena Lucia Ramberti, Mary of Killer Rock,
Fellini di Giuseppe di Fisole, Thomas of Vockerfell, Thorkatla Ingvald's daughter, Torvaldur Fjaksson, Julia Serafina de Ferrara, Ula Brennan's daughter, Urtatim, Al Kurtubia, Zahra Tesfeya, Zbina Belagorskia.
A lot of names. A lot of people put in a lot of work so that our community would be as whole as it could be when we were finally able to come back together again. And you have been the lifeblood of this kingdom. Thank you.
Sincerely, give them a round of applause. Come on, everybody. Clap for yourself for the support. It warms my heart being bored and got to spare this weekend with us. If you heard somebody's name, pass that along. We do have tokens. It might not be the most organized thing in the world a month from now. So, but let's try to take care of those people. And at the very least, let people who weren't here know that they were thought of and they were called out for this recognition. We don't want people to think we missed them or we didn't see them. We saw you. We saw you sincerely. Yeah.
Or would it possibly be handled next week at Cornet?
Pardon me?
Might it be handled next week at Cornet?
That'll have to be on His Royal Highness. So that's 24 hours away from now, probably.
For all those who have stepped up to serve our kingdom in such perilous times. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! You all may be seated. Your Majesty, the Barony of Alicia has some taxes for you.
Excellent. Bring our wonderful Baron Alicia forward.
Let him show it all off.
From Circle Steak to the Classic Circle Steak. And it's Lovely West Potluck. These are full of emergency puppets. These are the puppets, hats, and games that the members have put together.
That is amazing.
Amazing.
That's the thing we do.
I love it. Thank you both so much.
Yeah. So you let the Populous of Alicia know how much we love them and esteem them. We've received their taxes. They're in our hearts and they're paid up to the years, and we'll see them next year again. Thank you so much. And yeah, sure, you betcha.
Do you want me to put one on you?
For the barony of Alicia and their glorious taxes. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Your Majesties, the Brewers Guild would like to change their officer.
And they're back.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want the job? Yeah. And will you make sure you do good your stuff? Yeah. And we'll take you at your word. Let the office pass.
For the outgoing and incoming Brewers Guild. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! May the ale and mead ever flow.
Oh, yes.
Let Ekaterina Veshnikova come before their majesties. It is the prerogative of the crown to honor with the title of Baroness those whose noble attributes have pleased her.
So, I have watched you grow up in this society, and you give so much to those around you, and you're often quietly in the background taking care of people. You have taken care of me during this reign. You've checked in with me. You've spent pretty much this whole event making sure I'm okay, and if I need anything, if His Majesty needs anything. And we wanted to honor you.
You're amazing. And I know you're amazing because of the quality of people who love you and speak your word, His word fame, and what a good person you are and how you enrich our kingdom and the society. Thank you for everything.
And I have a present for you. This was my baronial crown that Antonio gave to me. And tomorrow, I will have a different coronet that I need to wear. And there is nobody else. I proclaim you a Baroness of the Court of the West.
Three cheers for the newest Baroness of the Court of the West. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah!
The strength and stability of the kingdom lie in these virtues of its people: creativity, service, and prowess. For if any of these are lacking, the kingdom fails. The path of prowess can take different forms: that of defense and that of chivalry. The fighters of the kingdom defend it with their swords, and with their honor bring it glory on the field. Let all members of the Order of Chivalry of this kingdom present come here forward and kneel before the crown.
You're welcome, brothers. Come in.
I think it's time. Can I have... Yes. You guys want to see? You guys sit up here?
Oh, just a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, perfect.
We had a vigil last night for the man we put on vigil almost 2 years ago. And we have him brought before the crown so all may know his qualities and worth, please.
Your Majesty, we, the Order of the Chivalry, feel our numbers are incomplete. And that there's one among us whose honor, prowess, and chivalry.
You know what? I agreed with you already. You can bring forth the candidate. It's okay. Just so everybody else knows, it wasn't a surprise to me we were knighting somebody. There was a prior conversation, the ceremony's written very theatrically, but I was in on it. She was in on it.
Your Majesty, I present to you Warwick Darkinson for your consideration.
We are minded to admit you to the Order of Chivalry. Will you accept from us this honor?
I will.
Warwick Darkinson, right mindful of your prowess upon the field and responsive to the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a member of the Order of Chivalry. Will you now swear fealty to this on our crown and thrones to the Kingdom of the West?
I will.
Do you have your sword to swear upon?
Yes, I do.
Can you bring forth his sword so we may receive his oath?
Some business first, Your Majesty. He has some business with his knight.
Sorry, Queen's Card and Knight. I apologize. A little rusty. So I need to put my glasses on is the real problem, but without my glasses I can see the book better. So Ragnar, I spoke to me of your man, and I take him from your hall to the crown and kingdom service. Will you give our man to us?
I will, Your Majesty. I would request that I have a small bit of business with him that I can conduct.
Absolutely. Would you release him of all fealty so we may come to the crown clean of these bonds so he may join our service?
Absolutely. That's what I wish to do at this moment.
All right. All right.
Your belt. You came to me many, many years ago and told me I want to start on the path. And I was a little doubtful at the time, to be honest. We've spoken on this already. But you've proven me more than wrong. I'm very, very proud of you. You've done a fantastic job. And you're going to do this kingdom great, great honor. I want my link back. Is it? Okay. When you get your link, I want my link back. I gave you a link of my chain to remind you on this path that it's a heavy burden to bear. When you take that oath, you'll be swearing before all of these people, your king and queen, to protect them and to help them and honor them in all ways. You've done all of that and more with me. At this moment, I release you from any bonds that you and I have as knight and squire, so that you may freely take the oath of their majesties and serve the king and kingdom. Bye. Love you.
Will you now give us your word that you will henceforth comport yourself as befits a peer of our realm, as you most assuredly have done until now, and that you will attempt in all your endeavors to be a noble example to our people?
I will.
Will you promise further to treat all with courtesy and to uphold the laws and traditions of our kingdom?
I will.
Which sword do you wish to swear fealty upon?
On my former knight's sword.
Your knight is known well to me. I was a young man in his hall as well, and I have fond memories of this.
To your liege and before your peers, swear your oath.
Here do I swear, by master and my hand, fealty and service, to the crown and kingdom of the West, to speak and to be silent, to come and to go, to strike and to spare, to do and to let be, in such matters that concern the kingdom, on my honor, on the lawful commands of the crown, in need or in plenty, in peace or in war, in living and in dying, from this hour henceforth, until the king depart his throne, or death take me, or the world end. So say I, Rorik Darkinson.
And we, for our part, do hear this fealty, and we swear to return it to you. Rorik, we further swear to support, protect, and defend you and all of your household, and all that look to you for protection, till death take us, or the world end. So say we, Uther, King of the West.
So also say we, hero.
Which sword would you like to be knighted on?
I'd like to be knighted by my grandmother, so I go for the
Excellent. Fine blade. I believe there's oaths on this. There's a weight to it. It's got much history. That is good. I got you once. I got you twice. I got you once. Bow your head. Know that knighthood will bring you pain and pleasure, and you must succor the defenseless. But in your endeavors as a knight, let this be the last blow you ever receive without seeking just retribution. Arise, Sir Rorik. Other spurs, so all may know the station the crown is given to this man that he has earned by his own hand.
There are, Your Majesty. These spurs were created by Gunther Bernjager by hand, specifically for Rorik. They are mighty indeed. You should check them out. They're fantastic.
Would you put these upon his heels so all may see them? And can someone help him? Thank you.
Gunther made them very, very close fitting.
Is there a chain so all may see his fealty to the West?
There is, Majesty. This chain's history begins with Rorik. He will do mighty deeds with it around his neck.
Just for a second, so I can hand it to you with a little more love. Wear this chain as a token of your fealty, and all those that have come before you and that will come after you as Knights of the West. Is there a belt for this candidate?
There is, Your Majesty. This belt came from Sir Fergus McGart from upon his waist, and its history lies entirely with him.
Your Majesty, would you say find now like to be tired?
I would like your ladies to come and assist with belting you.
From when there was much more Fergus.
Little Fergus, too.
Wear this belt as a token of your chivalry.
Know that we have faith in you from the crown. We look forward to seeing the knight that you will become in time. Now go forth and greet your peers, for you are now a brother to all of us.
For Sir Rorik Darkinson, newest knight of the Kingdom of the West. Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Sovereigns of the West do on this day elevate their subject Rorik Darkinson to the peerage of this kingdom, and do name them knight, and do admit them to the right noble order of chivalry, and to grant unto them by letters patent their arms that they shall be registering with the College of Heralds supposed taste. To bear, to hold, or let, or hindrance throughout their realm by our word in hand, this 5th day of the
Take him into court and hug him more. Take him on.
Long live the King of the West!
Long live the Queen of the West!
Long live the Queen of the West!
Luther, Rex Occidentalis, Vera, Regina.
First, I want to say thank you to everybody for keep coming to court. We've had so many people we wanted to honor, and it's been stacking up for months. And the fact that you keep celebrating these people and letting them know that their achievements, you see them, that is important. So thank you. We hope that you have a great afternoon. We have the Kingdom Championship for fencing coming. We have some laughter sometime around 6-ish tonight. We hope to get a little light still. We're going to have evening court, and there'll be some more excellent business. As we all know, we all love court, right? Kind of. So sincerely, as I've said, thank you so many different ways. This for me is a swan song. And my time in the kingdom is coming to an end, and I feel it's so great, like in a 3-day weekend with all of you. This is like a day in the park now. I hope everyone has a mimosa, a good beverage, a laughter with a friend. Really, take this day in the park and enjoy it with each other. This is awesome. Thank you for coming.
Huzzah.
Close.
There being no further business, long live the king!
Long live the King!
Long live the queen!
Long live the Queen!
Long live all the princes and princesses of the West! Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip hip!
Huzzah!
Well, about you,
I am so sorry.